to the Stay Talking Ish podcast show. This is your host, Mr. Barksdale.
Gus is in the building.
You already know. We got a guest in the building. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Danny. I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm not editing that out.
Nope. It was Danny.
Funny.
It was Danny.
All Danny's friends.
I'm saying she handled it well, though. I mean,
you want to try it again? No, you just say, hey, it's Danny. Watch, I'm not going to edit that out either. So it's just going to be funny her doing it all over
man,
again.
She did well, man. You know what I'm saying?
We can just roll with it. I'm good.
You know how women be, man. Women handle a lot of things well they wasn't expecting, like, you know what I mean?
Just say their name.
And other things.
I don't know what you're referring to, but I'm going to just let it ride.
My bad. That was inappropriateness. Don't sue us for sexual harassment.
I got to rewind it. I didn't get it. It went over my head.
Yeah. It did.
Okay. Yo, did you know Danny had her own podcast? Mm-mm. She's the former host of, was it?
Ball Control.
What the?
Nah, was it that kind of Ball Control?
Where's my mind at today?
That's exactly what we intended.
And that Apple E&J. What's that?
It's not Apple E&J. It's Apple Cognac. I don't know what E&J is, and we not in a position to be promoting E&J on the podcast.
Why? Because they're not paying us?
You're motherfucking right.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
So what's the topic, Mr. Barstow?
Well, you know, last episode we did, man, we
You are a misogynist and shit.
yeah, my misogynistic views
A little bit.
about
You said hoe 137 times.
I know, and I'm about to say 138 when we talked about whether hoes can reform and hoes can redeem themselves. And we got a lot of positive feedback from women who knew hoes and were affiliated with hoes. And, you know, I guess the thought is that hoes can't reform, but we all hope that they do because they raising our kids.
That was 142, by the way.
Yeah.
She's counting.
I know. It's all good, man. It's all good. So today's topic, we got Danny in the building because we wanted to put the man perspective on the hot seat this week where we taking a lot of questions that Danny went out. She went out recruiting questions from herself and other women that they always wanted to know the answer to from men. You know, so we're going to have a 1,000 session today where, you know, me and Gus is answering these questions to the best of our ability. You know what I mean?
So if it's like Instagram, like every answer is going to have like that 100 and like
yeah, if a picture of this went on Instagram, it should just be like all the women should be chiming in like 100, 100, 100 and throw your hands in the air emoji. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, I'm well prepared to answer these questions. I just want to put this disclaimer out there that I do not solicit information. Like, I just don't give away answers. So if you get a one-word answer and you need elaboration, you're going to have to ask for it because certain things I'm just not going to throw the homies under the bus.
Oh, don't worry.
By giving these answers out.
Don't worry. I know how to dig.
Follow-up questions.
Yeah. And I handle interrogation pretty well.
You know you done fucked up, right?
I didn't fuck up. I didn't fuck up at all. I know what I said. And it's recorded, Mr. Officer. Yeah.
Right,
so let's jump right into it. You know what I mean?
First thing I want to start with was, what's our guarantee that y'all gonna like actually tell the truth? Y'all not sitting up here on a lie detector. We just going by the honor system right now?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can only judge a man by his word. And when we was organizing this, it was expressed that we would give our words.
Plus, I've been married like 9 years, so everything I talk about is in the past. So I tell the truth.
And Mr. Barksdale is every female's friend.
Oh boy.
Plus, I'll tell you if Barksdale's lying. I've known him a long time.
Yeah, because after we started like going through some of the questions, like my friend was like, "Yeah, you ask them this. Oh, they gonna lie about that."
I mean, if it's personal, I mean, we got to plead the fifth.
Fifth? But
we're going to indict ourselves.
Yeah, we definitely not going 25 to life ourselves. But what I am saying is, I say let's jump into those questions right away.
Ain't nobody scared.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll start off a little softballing, y'all.
You ain't got to go right to the questions that the consensus was we would lie.
Acting all scared.
Yeah.
No, all right. So we got like two different types of questions. I'm gonna do like a this or that type thing. You gotta pick one or the other.
You in control of the question asking. Just run it.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right. So right off the bat, lambskin or latex.
I never had lambskin.
So that means you're.
Are you
latex?
asking? Are you asking?
I say latex because I need something.
Are you saying? Are you saying what do we prefer?
Yes.
Or what do we use?
You got to pick one.
Latex. But if the lady that I'm with is allergic to latex, then of course I will. We'll try that lambskin thing until it's time to just be like, look.
Till you get that trust.
Yeah, till we build that bond. You know what I'm saying? And most men, you keep all the way funky, like, after the first 2 rounds, like, all right, the bond built. I ain't even bring a third one. You know what I'm saying? With the third one.
I don't think so. You know, there are women that no matter how many times you go there, you just
lies.
What?
Lies.
I'll tell you the truth. There was certain women that, that were in the hoe category that, look, we're just...
I mean, if you giving the hoe 2-3 rounds, you bugging out anyway.
It was a couple lonely days.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen,
see?
I just keep that.
And I thought I was softballing already. Look at y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep it a being. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm interacting with a promiscuous woman sexually, she go, you know what I mean? That first round, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even taking the chance of shooting the club up. You know what I'm saying? It's the first round, and then I salute.
So it's funny. You started out like out of concern for her, right? What if she allergic to latex?
Yeah, I mean, if she allergic to latex, if she a hoe and she allergic to latex, we gonna get that lambskin.
Why she gotta be a hoe though?
Because that's what Gus brought up. See?
Okay, what if it was a nice female? How about that?
If it was a nice female that I'm trying to, keep around and maybe be my lady, and we done went through all the courting and all the other stuff that leads up to that moment. Yeah, I mean, if it's 3 in the box, I'm pretty, it's pretty much guaranteed that 2 of them going to get used. It's 66.6%.
But are they lamb or are they latex?
It depends on the regular is latex. You understand what I'm saying? But
I'll take it.
Yeah,
but I think that answers the question.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yes. Whew, didn't think that one was going to be so difficult. Here's another sensitive one to a lot of black women. Okay. Weave or fro?
Can it be another option like natural or weave? Can it be natural or weave?
Yes, natural or weave.
Natural.
Okay.
I go with natural because
you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
What do you mean I don't have a choice?
You do have a choice.
I mean, at one point in time, I never liked weaves. I mean, it was because most of the time you could tell it was weave. Like if I can't tell, I'm cool with it. But like, it's just something fake about weave. Like,
yeah, like
why can't you be confident with your own shit?
I've never paid for a girlfriend or a woman I was dealing with to get a weave done. I refused to.
I understand.
So, like, I'm down with natural 100%, but don't get it twisted. If she bad as hell and she got that weave in, I met you where you was at. You got that weave in. You know what I'm saying? But then if the bond get tighter, then of course we gonna talk about taking that weave out. But if you are hideous, like you bald head without the weave, but you look good with the weave, then I mean weave all the way, goddammit.
I got one more of this or that, and then we can move on to the real stuff.
Okay.
Tomboy or princess?
On the low, tomboys be having donkeys.
What?
Like most chicks that was tomboys be having fat asses. Like they be having.
How do you make that correlation?
Because they athletic. So like they hams and they glutes be like real right, and then they be having like healthy breasts because they was like athletes. Like no, like you ever seen like a basketball chick like. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Yeah, I say honestly,
and not the Brittany Grinder basketball chicks. I'm talking about like the Skylar Diggin basketball chicks.
For me, you got to be both. I'm greedy. Like, if we outside, you got to be able to glam it up. When we at home, you got to be a tomboy. You got to watch the game with me. You know what I mean? You got to play Mortal Kombat with me.
When I say tomboy, I don't mean tomboy like she walking out here dressed like me, like she got on boxes with her pants sagging and some Timbs dragging. Like no. When I say tomboy, when you say tomboy or princess, I'm thinking that you speaking of like attitude more than appearance.
Right.
I'll take a tomboy attitude over princess attitude any day.
I agree.
All right, now we're gonna get into regular questions. No more this or that, okay? So. You guys, I've listened to some of your podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the last one in particular led me to this question: Is monogamy dead?
Yes, monogamy, in my opinion, monogamy physically is dead. Monogamy emotionally, for most men, no, it's not dead. Like you can love.
So those two are separate? They can't live together?
Well, believe it or not, in the psyche of men, sex and love is two different things.
I've heard that before. I get that.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, a man could go out here and thrash the whole female dorm, but be in love with the female back home.
And if your chick, your female, did the same thing.
A key that opens every door is a master key. A lock that can be opened with any key is a shitty lock.
I knew this was going to happen.
All I got to say, I'm married. Monogamy better be alive. That's all I got to say. If I go home and ask my wife this question, she don't say it's alive, I swear it's going to be a problem.
Here's the thing, like, if you got a good thing at home, I know of many men who sincerely, and I believe them wholeheartedly, they sincerely love their wives.
Girl. That's right. Love her to death. One kiss her mouth.
But will step out in a heartbeat.
I don't know men like that. But what I will, because the men that I know that love their wives are faithful to their wives. But what I will say is that just relationship girlfriend boyfriend wise, you know, the psyche of a man that's playing that game is not I'm gonna step out on my lady because I'm not afraid to lose her. The psyche is, at the end of the day, you know, all single men, I won't say married men, but some married men, but not, I won't say married men, have this thing where like we conquerors, we're dominators. And sometimes, you know, a lion walking to the jungle, you could have just ate a whole deer. Tasty deer. Oh, shit. That zebra looks real healthy. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with me going to get the zebra. You go get the zebra.
Even though you're already full.
Even though that could cause you to maybe regurgitate the deer that you just ate. But
this analogy is going.
But you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't think it's a situation where you are gambling the two. I mean, not gambling, but you're saying one is more important than the other. You're just saying like, look, I got my lady. She love me. I love her. You know, but this woman over here, she's just begging for some of my attention, and 5 to 10 minutes of my time won't hurt my lady.
See, I don't want to blame this on women, but I'm going to blame it on women. There was once upon a time when women had morals. Guys never had morals.
Never.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
No, men. Nah, it was once upon a time.
I refuse to believe that men don't have morals.
Let me say this. If
I have morals. I'm married 9
I
years.
have to believe that men have morals. I'm still
morals.
single. I have to believe that men have morals.
A lot of them don't.
Then this is the thing. You need to understand the species that you're dealing with.
See, you said you knew enough. You don't know.
If you are dealing with a man, a woman should always know with a man that men are conquerors until they are tired of conquering. The best sex in the world, the richest woman in the world. Shit, Halle Berry done been cheated on. Oprah Winfrey's single.
So, again, you're married or in a relationship. Is cheating a forgivable offense?
For a woman to cheat on me?
Yes.
I'm be honest, I can forgive that type of transgression if when it all comes to a head, the right things are said.
What would be the right thing?
If if I catch my woman cheating, or sometimes because I'm looking at the scenario of how she cheated. If she was dealing with met some guy and just decided for whatever reason I got on her nerves, and I don't understand this logic, but I got on her nerves, so she's gonna fuck to make me mad, but then don't tell me about it, so then I don't know she fucked. So then how am I gonna get mad about it? Whatever.
So you rather her tell you?
What I'd rather happen is that if I find out, she say things like, "Yo, Barksdale, you had got on my nerves. We was in a tough place in our relationship, and I just needed some attention from somebody else, and I wound up fucking. But I don't love him. I love you, and you know what I mean. If you willing to work, I'll work on it. I can say, we one and done with that. I'll forgive you. You know what I'm saying? What I can't forgive is the dude, like, she told me y'all not together, y'all just live together, or
the stories that come along with the lies,
I've been dealing with her for like 2-3 months. And, she was telling me she was single and all that. Because then that means you went out and you ain't just go fuck for some attention. Like, you really went out and started a whole nother relationship. You know what I mean? I could never forgive a woman for cheating on me with her heart. Never.
I get that.
I could forgive her for giving some pussy up.
Oh no! I'll be honest with you. I can't forgive it.
I can't forgive it.
I see
Once.
And I gotta let the audience know, like, you guys have already pointed out, you guys are in two different places. Gus, you married. Mr. Barksdale, not so much.
If I was married and we've been together, like, all right, we married and she gives some pussy up within the first year. Oh, we gonna get that divorce, Hollywood divorce. We're done
in the first year.
If she gets her pussy up in the first year, we done. Because we should still be in honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We've been together double-digit years. Life ills is getting to us. Work schedules, money problems, if that, babies playing a role, and I'm on the go. She with the kids all the time, or
things just got rough.
Things just get rough, and it tests whether love is just enough for people to be together. That opened the door for indiscretions and shit like that. Some shit like that blow up. Yeah, I could forgive you once.
You got one.
That's beautiful. Look, I'm not doing it. It's sort of like another man wearing my drawers.
We had that analogy, bro.
You wear my drawers, you keep them. Plus, for me,
I'm be honest. If she my wife or my lady, he can't keep my bitch, dog.
Yo, to be honest though, even if I did stay, you don't want to be with Gus after you done cheated on him, because all that niceness, I would like. I'm not gonna have no respect.
Well, Gus, this the thing. Then you don't have no forgiveness in your heart.
I do forgive you.
So
nope,
not if you
not.
I do forgive you.
Not if you can't love her the same way. Once you said,
no, I'm still gonna love her the same way.
No, you're not.
But when the chick come down the street this time, instead of me saying, "Nah, I'm married," I'm like, well, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I might as well knock it off.
Then you didn't forgive her.
Well,
especially,
then I'm just a bad person.
Especially if you looking to conquer a chick only because wifey stepped out on you.
Yeah, that's tit
like
for
that.
tat.
Like that's
It's not tit for tat.
that's bitchy, bro. That's
I wouldn't call it that.
Nah,
It's tit for
call it
tat.
what-
Nah, that's bitchy. Like if I forgive her, I'll forgive her. Like just like we
That's
get into
pitiful.
that. I'm not going in your phone. I'm not doing none of that shit. Like I'm giving you the same freedoms you had because at the end of the day, like listen, I can't stop you from doing what you want to do. I can only remove myself. First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. So yeah, you go ahead. You gave some pussy up, whatever. You get caught the second time. All right, now you belong to the world and you a hoe. Because you cheated on me twice. You really a hoe. Like, you really wanted to get pussy up. We ain't have to go through all this.
I don't know. I mean, look, just call it bitchy. Call it what you want.
That's bitchy. That's Lionel bitchy.
I don't know.
All right, so
It is what it is.
along the same lines, I remembered what I wanted to say before. So along the same lines, we're talking about, as a married person, monogamy is not dead, right? But as a
It better
single
not be.
or dating person, it might be. So how do you make the switch? Because again, I've known guys who are in, again, committed relationships, still step out and then say, when I get married, this is all going to stop. Like, how do you just turn it off?
I mean, you gotta wanna turn it off. You know what I mean? Like when you've conquered enough and you've seen and felt every texture that it could be.
Oh no.
And been in every scenario that it could be, then it's like, all right, you run the risk of like, yo, you start really looking at it like, I'm not gonna go out here unless the chick just walk up to me and be like, yo, I'm trying to take you in the bathroom and shuck your duck, or be like, listen, I think you fly and I'm trying to give you this ass tonight.
I just have to say that's the first time I heard "shuck your duck." By the way,
You know
Quack,
what I mean?
quack.
You know what I'm saying?
First time I heard it too.
Nah. And if that's how she feels and she's throwing that up in the air like that, of course I'm going to Jerry Rice it. You know what I'm saying? And touch down and spike it. You know what I'm saying? So,
y'all's analogies be killing me.
you know what I'm saying? I would definitely Megatron that thing over 3 people. Let me get that. She throwing it up. Yeah, I'm out there like LeBron. Like I'm a reverse tomahawk jam that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, it was more of a, in my dating life, it wasn't it really wasn't no commitment. I mean, other than me saying I'm not going to cheat on you, I didn't go in front of everybody and, promise myself to you in front of God. I ain't signed no papers. What's going to happen? What, you going to leave? There's more
yeah.
of you. There's more of you.
See, this is why.
I mean, for me personally, that, like I said, you have to be somebody that I'm worried about you leaving. Like, if I'm scared,
Okay, so I'm gonna continue on that, Gus. You said you're married. What was it that clicked for you? That when after being out there, after having your fun, you said, it has to be somebody that you want to change for, right? What was it that made you want to settle down?
I found something I didn't want to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was simple. It was like, look, I can be with her, and I can be faithful. I can be honest. And the type of chick she was, I was like, she not going to go for the okie doke. So either I do right, or I lose her. It was real easy,
All right. Next question. We'll move on.
Okay.
Does it really matter to men how fast a woman has sex? Like, if you have sex on the first date versus like the 90-day rule.
Let me tell you
versus
something.
All that other
I
stuff.
gotta interject. First of all, women who take advice from Steve Harvey.
Hey, we wasn't going. We were not.
No, I'm going
there.
there. I'm going there. Steve Harvey, whatever. You taking advice from Steve Harvey, the same man who
This
got
was an issue way before Steve Harvey.
No,
This is
there
not
was
a
no,
Steve
there was
Harvey
not,
thing.
there was not women trying to stand up on this horse talking about.
There absolutely was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
I didn't.
there
I hadn't
were.
met him. I was meeting all the women. I was like, I'm going to do what feels good. So for me, this is just how I feel about it. If I meet you, you meet me, and you attracted to me sexually, and you want to get to know me, but at the end of the day, it's really sexually, like, then what's the point of holding back? Like, let's do what we came to do. And, you know, that's the basis of what we do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I meet you and we meet and you are attracted to my personality. You're attracted to who I am more than attracted to me sexually. So then you want to converse with me more. It's almost like conversation porn or thought porn, where like you like I love the way he thinks,
right,
and I want to get to know him personally.
Right.
Then that's cool too. And while we building that bond through conversation and getting to know each other, then when it lead into sex, like if the vibe is good, I'm not thirsty. So if it take me, if we dealing with each other and it take me a month, if that month was good between us without sex, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If it take me an hour, I'm still good. Like I don't think I'm losing either way.
So for you, you know, you just said if it take you a month, you good as long as the right things are in place. Or if it take you an hour, you good, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what is the difference? Like, what, and not on a woman's point of view, but on your point of view, what would say, yo, I want to hit this in an hour versus, yo, she cool, I want to wait.
Well, I think if you thirsty, if you thirsty, then you're putting a timeline on when you want to hit. If you a man that's like, you know, she cool or she sexy and I'ma just go with the flow and see how it go, then you going with the flow and see how it go, period. You know, that thirsty shit get men caught up.
All right, next question. Does it really matter? Do you really want to know a chick's number?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to know.
Why?
I want to know because first of all, I respect the candor. Then I ever since American Pie came out, everybody talk this shit. If a woman give you a number, you got to times it by 3.
Right.
So if a chick told me she gave a pussy up to 30 dudes in her lifetime, I'm keep it real. Call me naive. I don't want to believe that 90 dudes hit her.
No, I hope not.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to believe that. She's telling me 30 dudes hit. I believe her. And then I start doing my math. Like, so when did you lose your virginity? She started talking about I lost my virginity at 18. And you like 33, 34.
That's
so you
reasonable?
Hell no. You mean tell me in 16 years 30 niggas ran through you? And you had relationships in between that time? You got a crazy number.
That is a crazy number.
See, personally, for me,
but do you want to know that? You want to know that?
I do want to know that. Because I want to know what I'm dealing with.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I want a good lie. Like, number one, I'm not going to ask. Number two,
okay,
I need a well thought out lie. I need a well thought out lie. Like,
but you're not even going to ask. You won't ask.
I don't ask because I don't want to know the answer.
Did you say you won't ask?
I won't ask.
Okay.
But you know, women like to ask. So when they ask...
No, I'm not going to ask.
So when they ask, it usually comes with them volunteering.
I just need a good lie. Like, something that is... that I can believe. Like, don't come... it was always that time. Be like, oh, it was 2. It was 3. I mean, just, when you're a certain age, if I could... if it's like one every year and a half... Once I divide it, I'm good with that.
Listen, let me tell you a story, man. I knew this female I was dealing with. I was probably about like 23. She was like 20. She had been in a relationship with somebody from the time she was 15 to the time she was 18. She wanted to get into that body conversation. Cool, we talk about bodies. From the time she was 20 to the time she was 21, 22. 20 dudes ran through her.
Nope. That's not even enough months.
So that tells me that whatever happened to you in this relationship, when you came out of that relationship, something happened to you that just made you say, I'm giving this ass up to whoever won it. I want to know that about a female. I do. I ain't going to ask, but I want to know, because then that lets me know if we ever beefing and I don't hear from you, or we ever beefing and you want to break up, it's a good chance in between that breakup, get back together time, whoever been chasing you around and you've been shutting them down because you've been with somebody, oh, they going to get some pussy.
So if that happened when she was like 20 to 22 and now she's like 30, let's say she's 30, and in between that 22 to 30 is kind of sparse. Her numbers are kind of sparse.
If she in between 22 and 30, if she got 20 bodies.
No.
Oh.
The 20 happened, you said between 20 and 22, right?
Yeah.
So after 22, she only had maybe like 5 more and she's 30.
All right, so in 8 years, 25 dudes ran through.
Hold up for a second. Before you answer that, let me tell you something.
That.
Hold on. Before he answers that, let me tell you something. I'm going to use another analogy. My car outside has 80,000 miles on it. I put it in the garage and let it sit for 10 years. When I go back to drive my car, of course I got to jump it. How many miles does it have on it?
80,000. 80,000.
But your car is not a woman. Nope.
You remind me of my Jeep.
and
you still don't understand men, do you?
Yeah, because
I appreciate the candor because you guys
I'm being honest.
It's my opinion versus your opinion, but we're here for your opinion.
Yeah, no, you here for our thought process.
Yes.
Yeah,
you still have 80,000 miles, no matter. That's it. So and so even when you purchasing a car, if you buy a car that's it's 2016, you buy a car that's a 2014, it got 100,000 miles on it. Oh, I don't want that. Somebody,
even if it was one owner.
Yo,
so what? You don't go by the owner when we talking about this. We talking about the miles.
Got it.
How much tread is left on that person?
Tires.
One of the other podcasts we did talk about it though. They do have that reconstructive surgery. So I think you can roll the odometer back a little bit.
Now she had the she 40. She done had.
Oh, so is that what it is? It's not even the number. It's like
if you get a new engine,
the structure of it. Is
No.
that what you're saying?
No,
like,
it's still the number. I'm gonna keep it real. I can't live knowing that like in 2 years 20 dudes just bombed your shit, bombed it. And of course she gonna always say the things like, well, this one don't really count because he had a little dick and it was for a minute. This one, I wish this never happened. I was drunk. Oh, but them drunk bodies add up, baby. Because, some men won't admit it. But it's times that men, we only giving out a minute. But when we give out that minute, that body's still not on our account. We ain't gonna be like, oh, only knocked her off
that
for a
count.
minute.
That don't count.
No.
I shot him, but I only shot him in the arm. So that don't count.
No, I hit him. He on my shootings list. No. Oh, hell no.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Hell no. 30 seconds, 30 minutes.
Okay, so here's another one. What do you guys assume that women are lying about?
Everything.
Bodies.
Women lie about bodies. Women lie about whether they was going through your phone and spying and snooping. Women lie about trusting you. Women lie about their hair. Women lie about their eyes, their eyelashes.
We already had the makeup conversation.
Yeah, women lie. Women, I mean, I love y'all, but women lie so much that they don't even know they lying. You be
I
like,
feel
damn.
like we think y'all do the same thing.
Yeah,
We think y'all do the same.
because y'all don't trust us as much as we trust y'all.
And again, going back to the fact that I went to a couple of my friends for some of these questions, and the main every single friend said, "Why they gotta lie all the time?" Like that was the basis.
Because y'all don't want to know the truth.
I mean, to answer that question,
you can't make that judgment. You don't know
you
if I
don't
want to
know
know
the
the truth.
to be honest, men, we lie about certain, like, let's just keep it all the way real. I'm going to keep it all the way a being.
All the way.
I never lie, by the way. Been married 9 years, never lied. Just want to throw that out there.
Okay. I tell you, I'll be honest with you. Like, men, we lie for things to make sure we don't lose. So, like, am I going to go to court and lie under oath? You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying?
To make sure you don't lose your case.
Yeah, if lying is what's needed.
But when it's coming to a relationship, no. All right. Wait. Back up. I have a scenario.
Okay.
Girl meets guy.
Okay.
They get together. It's a mutual. Just
let's get it in.
Yes.
Let's get it on
for weeks.
Let's
say actually months. Let's say 3 months, right?
Okay.
All right. Third month, end of the third month, chick gets a text that says, from the other woman, from the wife, says, "You ruined our family."
Oh, shit.
Why lie about that? Like, why not? Why lie? Like, you put me in a position.
That's not a man.
That's not a man?
That's not a man.
Okay. What is he?
A bitch boy.
I don't know. My elders told me that you're supposed to always.
Somebody has to. Yeah, my bad.
My elders told me that you always have to tell the truth. Mm-hmm. So you don't lie to a woman about you having other women or being married.
Right, like it was a mutual thing. Like all you had to do was be honest about it. You put this woman in a position where now she got to answer to somebody else.
No, you don't answer. That's the problem. You
don't have to answer. And my thing,
your duty is not to answer. No.
I do know that.
Do not answer.
No. I'm gonna be quite honest. I gotta keep it all the way real. Like, let's keep this a beam. If a bitch boy lied to a female in those type situations, you stole her choices on how to deal with you.
Away from it, yes.
If you told her you was married, then she knows how to play her part if she ever gets that text. And she knows to remove all emotion. How conversations happen where your wife and the side chick done had a whole waiting to exhale moment. Now cars is on fire and $300 sneakers is getting bleached and cut up. Is because your bitch ass told the side chick you wasn't married. So now her emotions is involved. I always look at it like this. Somebody got to know the truth because somebody has to play their part.
Oh, side chick always got to know the truth.
That's it. And even if it's not a side chick, if you single when you dealing with other women, don't lie to this woman, tell her you not dealing with other women so she can have some hope or dream that she's going to slow you down and be your lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I tell you I don't want to be in no relationship, and then your next question is, are you talking to other women? And I say, yeah. Then you should already know how to deal with me from that point. If you sell yourself a dream that you're going to be my lady, when your heart breaks, don't say I ain't shit. Say you ain't shit. Because you sold your own self a dream and broke your own heart. All I did was I held the basketball in my hand. I said, game to 7, make it, take it. I got ball first. And you said, check rock.
But I think a lot of guys are scared to tell the truth. Like, they think
why?
Women are going to...
Because they bitch boys.
Because
they bitch boys.
They think that they won't get what they want if they tell the truth. Mm-hmm. When in reality, if you tell the truth, a lot of times you can get what you want, regardless. Because like I said before, a lot of these chicks have no morals.
But on the real, it's not even a situation of the women having morals more than it's more women than men. And whether my numbers is accurate or not, we ain't going to go into the numbers. It's more available women than it is available men, which means that you are going to be in situations where a woman has no problem being your mistress. A woman has no problem being the number 2.
It's better to be number 2 than nothing at all.
In their mind, at times, if they transitioning in between.
And this is why I've been single for so long. I cannot be number 2.
I mean, you rather be number 2 and know it than think you number 1 and find out you number 3.
Damn.
I don't know. I never mind being number 2. I mean, I'm married now, but at one point, number 2 was like the best position.
I mean, as a man, I've been...
Actually, you know what? Let me take a step back. I have had the experience.
Yeah, we know you've been number 2. Everybody's been... I love you, but hey.
Hey,
You've been number 2.
I'm
before.
just saying. I
So I'm
have
trying to
been, and it was by choice.
If it makes you feel better. No, just-
And it has changed my perspective. I don't ever want to do that again. I'm in a different place.
Because you started to sell yourself a dream?
No, because I knew by being number 2, I would never have the dream that I do want. I'm not I'm wasting time. That's not knowing. Like you said, everybody has a role. If my role is always number 2, I'll never be number 1.
I mean,
to anybody.
If your role is...
Especially because y'all, again, with the revelations that we've experienced today, y'all saying, you know, once your numbers start creeping up and, you know, all that stuff, you can't respect a woman after stuff like that.
Well, the thing is this. If you're a woman, I'm not going to say you never expose your numbers, but if you're a woman and you get into that conversation about exposing your numbers, this man should already have known your true character before we even get into those numbers. Like, I'm not going to say that women not human. Women human, and they get out of the tough relationship. Sometimes they don't want to be tied down, and they still need to have their sexual needs met. So yeah, it's going to be a few times you're going to go to the bar, you're going to meet a dude that's talking all that good Jasmine Taz and buying you drinks. You're going to get that ass up. You're going to meet somebody, you think he cool, y'all going to talk on the phone, y'all going to click. You're going to get that ass up. And then you going to look at those situations and be like, well, I never wanted nothing more than what I got from them, and that's that. And I'm not saying that's always the greatest explanation for your bodies, but it's the truth. And any real man can understand it, because when we get out of relationships, we only got one question for the homies when we catch up with them. Where the hoes at?
Oh, no.
I mean, it's the truth. Men, that's the only way you can deal with a breakup.
Only way you get over a woman is to be on top of another one.
Have mercy.
Break up with me or straight to the strip club. No.
So if your numbers increase, that doesn't say anything about your character, right?
A key that opens many locks is a master.
We ain't talking
key.
about keys and locks here. We talking about
yes, we are.
Like,
because
if you want
my
to get
penis is a key.
Nope.
Your vagina is a lock to your home. If I have the key to your home and a key to many women's home, and I only have one key, it's a master key. If you have a lock that any old key can open, says a lot about your character.
Nope.
Okay.
See, it's a double standard.
And you got to live with it.
And for some reason, people want to just, crush the double standard, bypass the double standard. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So for the feminists and the women's lib, for people who say women should be able to express their sexuality and have sex and be a little more liberal, like,
I wouldn't raise my daughter to think that. And the crazy thing is, they wouldn't raise their daughters to think that. But if their daughters got into that, they would accept it. But the thing is this: you raise your daughter to be selective on what she does and who she lets into her body. You teach a woman. I mean, you teach your sister, that your daughter, that you want her to be respected. You want her to feel respected and cherished before she decides to share her body with somebody, because you can't get that back. And whatever comes out of that, you got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and live with it. In my opinion, any woman that been with over 50 guys in their lifetime that can look in the mirror and say they're good with that, they got a serious character flaw or a serious something missing that they've been looking for, and they keep looking for it.
I mean, I think the biggest issue is, we live in a society where everybody wants to be equal. Everybody can do the same stuff. We don't want to live with double standards, but I think there's double standards everywhere. Like, personally for me, my wife doesn't have to take out the trash. Do I complain about that?
Oh, God, I can't wait until I find somebody to take the trash out.
My wife doesn't have, she says my car sounds funny. Does she give a fuck anything about the car? No. I get to drive the car that's broken down, and she takes the one that's working. When we hear a noise in the house in the middle of the night,
gets up?
So one of the double standards is that I get to have as much sex with as many people as I want, and you can't.
And you can't.
I have to jump in front of a fucking bullet
for you
and die
So
for
I'm
you.
just supposed to let you just go out and so you.
Well, if you're my woman, you shouldn't let me.
That's
But
previous.
You,
That's
but you,
prior
but
to.
you have to understand in your mind what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a conqueror, and don't no woman want a weak man. Let's just keep this shit all the way real.
That's very true.
Let's keep this
Very
shit all the
true.
way real. When I was coming up, you know what I'm saying? I never seen woman that wanted to deal with the nerd whack dude. She want to deal with the dude that all the chicks is chasing anyway.
I kind of like nerds though. Like I like nerds that
still get pussy. See, that's the problem.
that
like,
can still be a strong man though. You know what I mean? Like
no, you don't
you
want
don't
the
have
nerd.
to be a nerd and like as you would say to take your words, a bitch boy. Like you don't. I don't.
No, bitch
like
boy,
that guy.
bitch boys can be strong men, but bitch boys when I call you a bitch boy, I'm just saying that you have a weak moral fiber.
If you wanted to find someone that was going to be faithful to you, all you had to do was find someone who no one else wanted to give no pussy to.
Yep.
But no, you wanted to go find
The guy
that everybody else wanted to give some pussy
and
to.
think that you was going to be the winner. You might be the winner for those moments you with him, but so was every other chick that was with him for those moments.
So instead of being with the guy that nobody else wanted, you went after the guy that everybody wanted, and then now you salty because he took.
Now you talking about men ain't shit and men dogs, but you went, you know what I'm saying? It like you went after the quote unquote champion of the litter.
So so remember in the beginning I talked about theories, right? And about, how at this age that we've got some theories about men. I'm going to offer up one and you guys tell me what you think. Okay? So I am under the impression that there's really, and I don't mean to put men in a bucket, but there's three types of men. One is a guy who's got everything together, right? He been to college, got the, coveted job that everybody wants. He's not living in his mother's basement, like that kind of thing, right? But at the same time, he's doing all that, which is like the resume on paper. He looks good. And that's the one that the woman wants, right? That's the one, like you said, that's the one that everybody flocks to because everybody else wants him, right? But he's the jerk. He's the jerk. He's the asshole of the whole crew, right?
Because he can afford to be.
Right. Yep. Then there's the guy who really ain't shit. He barely made it out of high school. He's doing X, Y, and Z. He's in the streets maybe. He's messing with a lot of people. Like, whatever. But at the same time, he don't have much to lose. So he'll talk to anybody who walks by him. He has nothing to lose, right? Because he really ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then there's the guy in the middle. The guy in the middle, maybe he doesn't have a degree, but, he's got a lease, right? Maybe he's not at the coveted job, but he got a dental plan. That guy is the one who loses confidence somewhere and says, maybe I can't get that girl, or maybe I'm not good enough. And then that's the guy that maybe we would be able to, to work with. I don't want to say settle, but I don't want the guy who thinks he's the shit all the time and thinks he can leave me and go get somebody else at the drop of a dime. I don't want the dude who ain't shit, who's talking to everybody because he ain't got nothing to lose. That guy in the middle is actually a good population of a lot of men that I know.
I mean, I see it like this, and I've seen it time and time again. Mm-hmm. It's the arrogant guy who got a lot of chicks. He gets pussy. Mm-hmm. The dirt dog guy that don't got shit,
dirt dog,
gets pussy. The guy in the middle, for some motherfucking reason, no, seriously,
no.
For some motherfucking reason, y'all be making him wait for the pussy. Mm-hmm. And I've seen it over and over again.
Like,
oh, he's a good guy.
I'm gonna
really
make
like him.
I'm gonna make him wait. But
the dude that ain't shit, he ain't gotta wait.
He don't gotta wait at all.
The dude that treats you like shit and got everything going for himself, you don't make him wait.
Word, listen. The crazy thing is the guy in the middle, if he ever transgress, y'all quick to break that off and don't even answer the phone. But the guy that treats you like shit, that's the guy that you're crying, I'm going to make it work. I got to make it work.
So it still comes down to sex, is what y'all telling me?
It comes down to a woman's attitude. The guy that, when you, on the real, this is what I've realized. When you treat a woman like shit, it motivates them more to try to get you to treat them better.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
This is why. So this is why I needed to talk to y'all, because I have no idea, like, why dudes would do that. Like, there's men who think I'm gonna treat her like crap, and then she gonna come crawling back, and she's gonna come do it
because it happens.
Because it's worked.
It works.
That works.
It works when you treat a woman all ushy mushy and she feel like she got you.
Mushy mushy.
She'll start to talk that shit and have that swagger. And the understand this, like a queen, like when she get that, start talking that shit and having that swagger, and you and that guy is super already invested. He at the mercy of her. But that man who's invested, but she can't tell how much he's invested, she's at the mercy of him and how he deals with her. Yeah, and women like being in that situation.
Yeah, I've seen so many dudes that got friend zoned. Like, I've known dudes that for some reason have stuck and been friends with chicks. Mm-hmm. And the whole time the chick knows this dude wants to get with her, but she stays messing with the no good dude. Mm-hmm. And the only thing they say is, oh, well, he's corny. He's boring.
Or she say this, our friendship was too good. Like I didn't want to risk losing that over us being together.
And you know who this guy is. Every woman knows who this guy is because he's been there all these years. Mm-hmm. You don't know, no dude. Let me reiterate. No dude wants to be your friend.
Okay, so that was one of our questions.
Okay.
Like, is a real platonic relationship between men and women possible?
Yes. It's possible, but for real,
it didn't start off that way.
One of those situations is like two ways that can happen. Either y'all had sexual relations before and maybe taking it to the next level never worked out, but that bond didn't break. Like y'all sexual relationship, the bond didn't break in a negative way. Mm-hmm. So y'all could like still call each other and talk on the phone and shit like that. And then you look up and you done got a girl, she done moved on, and y'all can still converse and be cool, you know. Or it's a situation where the woman is really just dictating that whole situation and y'all done got cool and she already know that she's going to always keep you at bay to a certain point. And then she start feeling like, you know, if I find out who he really is as a boyfriend, I might not want to be with him. So I'd rather just not be with him and keep him as a friend.
I mean, basically, no guy comes up to a girl and says, hey, I want to be your best friend.
Nope. No.
So he might get to know you and he realizes, oh, this is a real cool chick.
All right, one more question. One more good question before you go. The best one you got.
Best one.
Yeah, the best one you got.
All right, let me see. Oh, here's a good one. It's a good one for me. I don't know if you're going to think it's a good one. Have you, it's a comical one. Have you ever had a happy ending at a massage parlor?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next best question.
No, you can't.
I've never been to a massage parlor, to be honest with you.
You just pled the fifth.
Yeah, but I've had happy endings.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I can't do it now. I was always scared, to be honest with you. I was shook like somebody was going to get raided that one day that I went.
Mm-hmm. and then you be like my man from Hall Pass. Got caught and shit, made the news and shit. His wife found out.
Or I was scared that, like, you know, they ain't clean the table good enough or something.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got to find
was it too hygienic?
Your best question you got from you or the homegirls.
I've asked you some good ones.
5?
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
Is it possible to have a healthy, good relationship with multiple, for lack of a better term, baby moms and a current relationship? Like, you got 2 or more
baby mothers,
kids by other women, and you're in a current relationship. Is that possible?
I don't have children, but I do want to say that as a man, it's your job to have that. So it is possible. Like, if you created life with 2 other women and for whatever reason that situation didn't work out, and then you have a girlfriend, I mean, or even a wife, at the end of the day, even after you and that woman get over the heartbreak of not being together but having to co-parent, y'all should still have a healthy relationship to where, y'all at least cordial. You could go over to her crib if she living with her parents or she living by herself. You could go over the kid and go up to the crib, pick up the kid without any arguments or strife. She could come drop the kid off and actually meet your lady, and it's no issue with them. You understand what I'm saying? I think a lot of drama, or quote unquote baby mama drama, comes from the way we as men handle our baby mothers and reaction to our ladies. Like, if your lady, she always gonna ride for you, especially if it's a female. You telling your lady that your baby mom ain't shit and she always want to argue and do shit. From the rip, you just already painted a bad picture of your baby mom to this woman. So then when your baby mom come around, you know how women do. Women catty by nature. So it's the funny looks and
he just called you catty,
and he did,
and the snark remarks and shit like that. But I think as a man, if you are a man that I'm gonna have a good relationship with my baby mothers, then it can happen. Regardless of how crazy they act towards you or you feel they act towards you, if you always a humble man, at the end of the day, that crazy shit only gonna go so far because you not feeding into it. That's my opinion.
I do have to go.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to
she has alerted
ask the questions.
Yes.
And
thank you for,
and I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
And please remember, it's a double standard.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make it
bullshit.
So listen,
it is bullshit, but it's what it is.
We want to thank you for coming out and being a part of this podcast. I hope all the listeners learn some things from this. I want to get a lot of positive feedback from men and women.
They're not going to listen.
I hope so. I hope they are.
Listen.
I hope they listen.
They're going to go back and be like, I can do what I want.
I mean, at the end of the day,
they'll be 50 by themselves.
I'm just telling women the way I would tell my little sister. You know what you're dealing with, and it's up to you to know what you'll accept, what you won't accept, what you'll turn your eye to, and what you won't tolerate. And if a woman knows those things, dealing with a man is easy. If you got any inclination he running around getting ass, but you don't know concrete, then apparently he doing something right, and you got to let him live.
For me, I'm just saying, give the boring dude a chance. Stop putting the dude in the friend zone.
That's right.
I'm serious. Because that's the dude that you're supposed to be with. Mm-hmm. Y'all be getting your heart broken off of these cool dudes that y'all think exciting. While dude that after you get your heart broke, you call him up.
You went out and had...
I still don't want to give him no
You went out and had 4 kids by 3 whack niggas, and now you want the thorough nigga to raise his kids.
And the bad part is the only reason why he answering your call and listening to your bullshit is because he waiting for you to come over. And y'all still won't come over.
Come on.
All right, on that note, good night.
Good night.
Bye.